You are recorded.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to public laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and please flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, Certificate of Achievement. Mr. Curatolo.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. Recently we had a run at the Elks, and it was the Lacey Elks Run for the Heroes campaign. Our Deputy Mayor, Mr. Kennis, did run in it, and we were there to support him. And we didn't so much notice our Deputy Mayor cross the finish line as we did a special young lady who was only 6 years of age. So I had a brief conversation with her parents at the Elks Lodge shortly thereafter, and I thought it appropriate to recognize her efforts tonight. And her name is Jessica Abbott, and she's 6 years old, and she broke her own New Jersey state record for a 6-year-old female in this race by 48 seconds. She's in first grade, and she is also a competitive gymnast. And she runs competitively as well. She has a running coach, and she belongs to a spring, summer, and fall kids running club. So without any further ado, I have a certificate of appreciation on behalf of Lacey Township and our governing body here for a very special young lady. Please, a round of applause for Miss Jessica Abbott. Congratulations. Take some pictures. Very well deserved. Thank you so much for coming and running, and we hope to see you next year.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Congratulations.
I can say something about that race that's actually kind of funny. That was my first 5K, and I'm in decent shape. So when that race started out, those who don't know, we run up to Route 9 about halfway and then turn around and come back. So as you're running up, the people that are really fast are coming back, and you're heading out towards the race. So as I'm running up, I'm like, I can pass me. I'm beautifully getting tired as they're coming back. And at the time, it was cold that day, and she had her hood up, and I'm like, 11-year-old boy, I'm like, I'll pass him. So I make the turn, and I'm coming around, and I'm not gaining any ground. I'm like, this 11-year-old boy, like, she's kind of tall. So, how can I not pass this boy? So we get to right around the edge. I'm out of gas. I'm almost sprinting to get past. I just passed. I can't let her beat me. Or I told the boy, I get past, and I had to go. I had a fantasy baseball draft, so I didn't stop at all. I went right to my car and left. And it was the next day when they posted the results. I'm going through. I'm like, who's that kid? And what time? Where did they finish? I'm like, a 6-year-old girl. So I was very surprised. I was shocked really after the story that I was a 6-year-old girl. I thought it was because she had her hood up, and you don't see the, you're not paying that close attention when people that are running. But yeah, I was real surprised. So congratulations. Okay. Proclamation for National Library Week.
We have our library director from the Lacey branch here, Nancy Boyko. But first I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas libraries create potential and possibilities within their communities, campuses, and schools. Whereas libraries level the playing field for all who seek information and access to technology. Whereas libraries continue to grow and evolve in how they provide for the needs of every member of their community. Whereas librarians are trained professionals, tech-savvy professionals providing technology, training, and access to downloadable content like e-books. And whereas library staff open up a world of possibilities with innovative STEAM programming, maker spaces, job-seeking resources, and the power of reading. Whereas library staff are trained tech-savvy professionals providing the technology training. Whereas libraries support democracy and affect social change through their commitment to provide equitable access to information for all library users regardless of race, ethnicity, ethnicity, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socioeconomic status. Whereas libraries and library workers and supporters across America are celebrating National Library Week. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Gary Quinn, Mayor of the Township of Lacey, will proclaim the week of April 12th through the 18th as National Library Week. To encourage all residents to visit the Ocean County Library and all of its branches through this week to take advantage of the wonderful library resources available at your library. Nancy, can you step up? I know you'd like to give a highlight of what activities you have sponsored at our library.
Thank you, Judge. Can I come around?
Sure you can.
Last year I did the wrong one, so I'm supposed to take the pen.
Yeah, I think the camera, exactly, yeah.
Tell me you changed the rules this year.
No, no.
Thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time, and thank you for the proclamation and all the support that you always give the library. We do have Meet the Mayor, usually which is the third Tuesday, I think, of every month. Yes, and so you can always meet with Mayor Quinn then. But I did want to mention a few highlights coming up, not just for this month, of course next week is National Library Week, but next month is also National Mental Health Awareness, and we have some good programs coming up. Just really quick, for those gardeners among us, we have Get Your Garden Growing, being presented by Master Gardener Families this year also, so we can give them out to the public. We have cooking, stir-fry classes coming up for ages 8 and up for the whole family. So we have something for everybody. American Sign Language, we're also going to have that for children ages 5 to 10. And other things for children, maybe like dogs, okay? You come to the library and read to a dog. We have therapy dogs that come to the library the 4th Tuesday of every month. They are beautiful, beautiful, gentle creatures. You take a book and you can read to them, and that's for any child of reading age. Or if you have a young child too, you can always take, you can read to them. You can read to your child with the dog. So that's cool. If you have a teenager, we have Iris Bowling. It's a new paper craft. And we have a new teen librarian at the library, so please come and meet her. Tony, she's wonderful. So we have great programs for teens as well. You probably are very familiar with the Friends of the Lacey Library. They have their big annual book sale coming up the first week of May. So if you have any donations, they can be dropped off Monday and Tuesday of that week, May 4th and 5th. And then May 6th and 7th is the sale. I'll leave flyers here for that too. That's resonating a lot of people. Wonderful used books and other materials we have, DVDs and things like that. For mental health awareness, it's a video series that we're doing. And I'm very, very glad that we're doing it. We have a wonderful video collection. The first one is going to be a history of the mental institution in America on May 9th. On May 16th, it's all about depression. And I think that many of us have dealt with that firsthand or know people that suffer from depression. And the one on May 30th is all about antidepressants. And these are adult programs, and they will be very informative films that we have available to show. We have an author visit coming up on April 29th. Author Evelyn Rauch is going to talk about her book, Surviving Steffi. She's talking about her mom, who was a victim of the Holocaust, about her relationship with her mom and what she learned about her mother through this whole experience. And that's going to be a very moving. I'm making a mess here, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We have a literature rack that I'd love to put some of them in.
Oh,
Yeah.
please. I can bring you one too, Mom.
Great.
And on the upside now, we have a lot of school music coming up. One thing that you might not realize is that Ocean County Library is celebrating its 90 brilliant years. I have my little button here. Every month we're celebrating another decade. This month happens to be the 40s. So if you come in and you see our main display, we have a whole display of movies and books about the 40s. So this month our adult movies are going to be From Here to Eternity, and about World War II, and Fury, which is a modern movie about World War II. We have other kinds of music available too. We have rock and blues with the Bill McLeod duo, and they're going to be there on May 2nd. So if you're planning to do anything quiet at the library on May 2nd, don't. Come and rock out with us for an hour at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can have Bill and his partner playing there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're trying to bring a lot more music programs too. We had an awesome opera program last month with the Batman piano. Now, May is also, we're celebrating the 50s, so we have 2 cool musical programs. One is called The Fabulous 50s, and that's going to be at the Lacey Ranch on May 27th. Kids, monologues, and songs evoking memories of the 1950s, but everybody here is too young for that. I'm probably the only one. Okay. And then we have Rave On, the music of Buddy Holly, and that's going to be on May 13th. So we've got a lot of cool stuff. We have a George Burns program, too. I just realized I didn't bring the flyer. I guess I'm trying to say we have a lot of awesome stuff at the library. And this is just in addition to all the regular materials that we always supply. If you have any questions about your computers or your e-readers, come Well, not usually, we might shut you down. So, anyway, I'm gonna, is this here? Or do you want me to?
No, you can leave them there, I'll
Leave
clean them
them
up and I'll reuse them, trust me,
Okay.
here's your proclamation, and then thank you for coming. all
Thank
the
you
time.
for the time, I appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Proclamation for Alcohol Awareness Month.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. So we have, the month of April is Alcohol Awareness Month, and we felt it appropriate as a governing body to just write a proclamation, because we're tired of seeing what we see each and every day, it seems like, on the front page of the newspaper, each and every other month. The summer season is coming upon us, so I'd like to read some statistics in this proclamation and thank all the people in the town, like our municipal alliance, our schools, in particular our high school, that works diligently against this issue that we're all dealing with throughout the county and throughout the state and the country. Whereas alcohol is a primary factor in the 4 leading causes of death for young persons ages 10 to 21, and whereas alcohol is the most commonly used addictive substance in the United States, and whereas young people who begin drinking before age 15 are 5 times more likely to develop alcohol dependence than those who begin drinking at age 21, and whereas more than 7 million children live in a household where at least one parent is dependent on or has abused alcohol, and whereas the typical American will see 100,000 beer commercials before he or she turns 18, and whereas 1 in every 12 adults, 17.6 million people, suffers from alcohol abuse or dependence, and whereas more than 1/2 of all adults have a family history of alcoholism or problem drinking, and whereas 100,000 persons die each year from alcohol-related causes, drinking and driving crashes, other accidents, falls, fires, alcohol-related homicides, suicides, and whereas alcohol-related problems cost America $224 billion, or $746 per person, in lost productivity, absenteeism, healthcare costs, crime, and family-related problems. Now therefore, I, our Mayor Gary Quinn, and the Township of Lacey, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee, do hereby proclaim that April 2015 is Alcohol Awareness Month for the health of it, early education on alcoholism and addiction, and call upon our citizens, parents, businesses, schools throughout Lacey to support efforts that will provide early education about alcoholism and addiction and increase support for individuals and families coping with alcoholism. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chappelle. One-day social affairs permit, Lacey PBA 238, Police Unity Pool fundraiser.
The, Lacey PBA 238 has the night before holding a one-day social affair, on June 13th, and we just need permission for myself and the chief to sign off on that.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Before we continue to executive session, I see that Maria Sess is here from, Lacey P&L, she's our representative in this area, and I didn't know if she had a few words that she wanted to say? Nothing this evening, okay, you're just here to observe, I didn't want to leave you out, so thank you for coming.
Resolution 2015-107, authorizing the convening of executive session.
Resolution Township of County of Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing convening executive session to discuss matters of personnel.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kennas?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll be back in a few moments, for those of you that want to go home, you can go home.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Aggie Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Everyone rise and salute the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Somebody shut that door. Thank reading of ordinance 2015-04, amending chapter 323, vehicles and traffic, so as to establish no left turn at the driveway of the Forked River School.
In order to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, amending and supplementing chapter 323 of the Township Code of the Township of Lacey entitled Vehicles and Traffic, so as to amend section 323-28 entitled Left Turn Prohibition to prohibit a left turn from the west driveway of the Forked River Elementary School. This would be the driveway closest to where we are right now, that you will not be able to go out and make a left across the 2 lanes of traffic on Lacey Road. So you'll have to go out and make the right and then go down and turn around in another area. You're not going to be able to cross those lanes of traffic. It's too much of an oncoming traffic right from the intersection of Lacey Road and Route 9, and with the hazard, it's been recommended by the county engineer, our traffic safety officer, and also is being supported by the Board of Education as well. Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. First reading of ordinance 2015-05, amending ordinance 2014-03 to correct the technical defect.
Ordinance of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, amending ordinance 2014-03, providing for the preparation and execution of complete program, reevaluation of free property, and authorizing a special emergency appropriation in the amount of $360,000, therefore authorized even by the Township of Lacey in the County of Ocean, New Jersey. The need to amend this ordinance and to redo it is during the process of the state reviewing our introduced budget and putting this and borrowing the money last year for the reval, there was a technical deficiency with the advertising in the newspaper that the state picked up, and they needed us to redo the ordinance and to properly advertise the ordinance again on first and second reading.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Resolution 2015-108, amending the contract with Jesco for the rental of 1 John Deere loader.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, amending the contract with Jesco Incorporated for the rental of 1 John Deere 644K loader with dual interface coupler for the use by the Department of Public Works. This is a loader that we're going to be renting for the rest of the year to replace one that is no longer able to be repaired. We are renting that through December 31st right now. It's going to be in the amount of $63,081.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Resolution 2015-109, authorizing the release of deposit money.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the release of deposit money held for the use of municipal facilities.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. Dykoff? Yes. Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Resolution 2015-110, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $1,383,597.17.
Move it. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. Motion to approve township meeting minutes of March 26, 2015.
Move it.
Second.
Oh, sorry,
What was the, that was motion in a second? All in favor?
motion on the monthly reports.
I'll read this monthly report first. Municipal clerk's office for the month of March collected receipts in the amount of $29,605.93. Community development for the month of March collected receipts in the amount of $86,017.82. For the month of February, the tax collector's office collected receipts in the amount of $11,992,444.69. For the month of March, tax collector collected receipts in the amount of $783,915.33. Recycling collected for the month of March is in the amount of $769. Road opening permits in the amount of $2,430. Truck parking was collected in the amount of $2,350. And municipal dock, we had no receipts for the month of February, but for the month of March had the amount of $47,300. Motion to accept the report is read.
Second.
All in favor?
Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of March 26, 2015.
Motion.
Second. Motion to approve raffle license applications for the Knights of Columbus and Lacey Soccer.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No add-on.
Comments from the committee, Mr. Dykoff? Mr. Curatolo?
Yes, I'd just like to recognize our Elks one more time in this great community that we have here. You know, their Run for Heroes, this past run that took place a couple of weeks ago saw some of the highest census numbers, not only with onlookers, but with runners themselves. And I've said oftentimes, with specific regard to our Elks, if there's a family in need, if there is a charitable situation that needs to be addressed, oftentimes there is an elk involved, if not an elk running it. They're a special part of our community, and they're always there for the people in this community. There are many, many elks in the community, and we as a governing body, I think we speak for all of us, and we've all said it before in different ways, in different meetings. We really appreciate their help, their assistance, their participation, and what they do and what they stand for. A true family organization, a great group of people and families throughout this township and in many other townships as well. I want to congratulate Jessica Abbott. She is emblematic of some of our brightest youth, and at 6 years old, I can't remember back that far. It was 40 years ago for me, but it was, I doubt I was a precision gymnast. Well, I'm sure I wasn't a precision gymnast, and nor was I finishing near the top of any 5K races. So kudos to her and her family for coming out tonight. I'd like to also remind everyone this Saturday at Clune Park, Lacey Little League, we are fortunate enough as a governing body to be able to throw out the first pitch, and it's a great honor. I threw my first pitch last year. I was glad that I did make it to the catcher. The night before I was a little bit worried, so I practiced with my daughter on our front lawn. I didn't throw my shoulder out, so it all worked out. But the Little League is another great organization. A lot of Elks in the Little League, a lot of Little League families in the Elks. And we're finally supposed to have a nice break in the weather. I hope to see people out there. I know that there's going to be a lot of Little League families out there. It's one of our many beautiful parks. So congratulations to our great Little League, our champions. Looking forward to that on this coming Saturday. That's all I have there. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. A few things I'd like to go over. First, leaf collection has begun, which we brought up the last time. There will be 2 collection cycles for the spring. Cycle 1, April 6th through the 17th, which is the 10-day cycle total. The second cycle being April 20th to May 1st. Last time we brought it up to the mayor, Bill Moss brought it up, which was good, but I wanted to bring it up again. Casey and I spoke about that. Secondly, the township recently received its revenue sharing money from Ocean County for its recycling efforts, totaling $14,106. This reflects the final 6 months of 2014, which is July through December. Another thing which was really good that I got to share was the township recently received its 24th straight year award as a Tree City USA. The award is presented by the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in conjunction with the New Jersey Forest Fire Community Forestry Program. Another Orchard River Mountain Cleanup is set for Sunday, April 19th, which is an annual event to kick off Earth Day on April 22nd. Everybody meets here at the municipal building at 8 o'clock. Spring is upon us, which means our Public Works Department is very busy opening up parks, recreation centers. Some quick facts to consider to get these facilities ready for use: opening and detail cleaning of 12 restrooms. Inspecting to ensure safe equipment to the 10 tot lot facilities. Grooming and repairing 13 baseball/softball fields. Establishing painted boundary lines for 6 soccer fields, 2 boys lacrosse fields, 1 girls lacrosse field, and 13 baseball and softball fields. Foul lines. Each painting application is equivalent to just over 4 miles of painted lines. Preparation and general grounds cleanup of all township park locations. Planning and beautification to include tree planting, bed mulching, and flower planting. Turf mowing of over 100 acres of irrigated turf grass to ensure quality and safe athletic play. The park preparation will be ready to prepare for the following recreation opening days, which Mr. Coca-Cola mentioned. Lacey Little League, Saturday, September 11th at Clune. Lacey's Girls Lacrosse, Saturday, April 11th at Gilly Park. Lacey Soccer, April 11th at Gilly and Hebrew Park. Boys Lacrosse, April 11th at Clune Park. Girls Softball, April 18th at Gilly Park. Lacey Roller Hockey, I'm not sure about the date, I couldn't find that, but it's at Gilly Park. I think they're going to announce it. It's going to be sometime toward the end of this month. Lacey's Men's Softball, May evenings at Hebrew Park. I don't know if anybody's noticed down here, perhaps you've seen the landscaping improvement to the front of the south side of Community Hall. The DPW department is working with an individual who is pursuing his Eagle Scout status. The project includes a low retaining wall, new planting bordering the south side of the building. The project will include a new post and rail fence. The Scouts will be actively working on this project Friday, April 10th, and Saturday, April 11th. Last, I'd like to extend a thank you to the Lacey MUA for the support assisting us in our snow plowing efforts for the year. We've had a good working relationship with the LMUA, and not only during the snow season, but ongoing throughout the year. We are very fortunate to have an established cooperative working relationship with the LMUA. That's all I really have, Mayor. No, Deputy Mayor Kenneth, I'm sorry. I appreciate it, thanks. And one other thing. I don't know if everybody's got this, if it was mailed to everybody, but if anybody didn't get it, it gives you everything that is with the leaf pickups and everything that goes on in the town. You can pick it up here at the town hall, and they have plenty of them. So if nobody's gotten one, just stop by and they're available.
Thank you. A couple of weeks ago, the mayor and I sat down with some members of the school board administration just to go over a lot of different topics, a lot of their budget process. And it was my first meeting with them, and I found it very informative. We went over things like the bond rating, a lot of the issues that are affecting the schools now, and we're going to try to continue to have these meetings scheduled quarterly, trying to foster a better relationship and sort of keep us abreast of all the information that they have and to share information back and forth. Finally, White Castle has held their pre-con meeting this morning to go over, so they'll be they're anticipating breaking ground at approximately midnight for those weeks. That's all I have. Comments from the public?
County manager, is that gonna drive, website, still not up?
No, the website, the tax records that aren't up there is a security issue, and we are working on trying to get that taken care of.
Do I need to use that? Pieces like that, boxes aren't there?
No.
The payment, you said, $360,000, what was that?
It wasn't a payment, it was last year when we went out to do the reval, we had borrowed the money under an emergency note, and there was a technical difficulty once the state, you have to pay it back over a 5-year period in future years' budgets, so the state needs to see all the paperwork, and there was a typographical error in the advertisement, so the state said we had to redo the ordinance. So that's what we're doing, we're just correcting the technical difficulties to make sure that everything is correct, so the state can approve us borrowing and paying back the
And
money.
the payment back, but they still got the $360,000.
Correct. They got paid, yeah, what they did for us had nothing to do with the ordinance, I mean, they still performed the service.
The numbers, the 470, you guys said that, Gary said that, you look at numbers and time.
I'm not sure, yeah, Gary said he was gonna talk to Mark, he wanted to talk to Mark to make sure that, 470 was 470, like there was, you're right, that the judgment equals the 470 versus what was, applied for. I don't think Gary didn't give me an answer to that
Yeah, I don't answer.
Well, he was I think Gary was gonna get that answer, and he did go on vacation, I guess he's gonna have it for you for the next meeting.
Okay. The budget now, how much did we end up giving in legal fees to the, I know it was 50,000 we were talking about?
Are you talking about this upcoming budget? We have a public
Yeah,
hearing on April 23rd, and I have none of those documents in front of me, because our public hearing on this upcoming budget is next meeting.
Okay, so we started settling a number on that.
Yeah, there's the numbers in the budget, I don't have them in front of me though, because our public hearing on the budget is April 23rd.
Okay, because I think we talked about the 50,000, and then Gary said that, he didn't, that's still out there to be judged on. Because we talked about, I think, 1/3 of the appeals. So if we did 47,000 last year, I don't see why we have to put $50,000.
Well, we're still representing old appeals from 2009 still, that are still up there at state tax court that we still have to represent. So there are other appeals besides those people that are putting in tax appeals right now. There are still outstanding appeals for prior years that we're still defending.
So we thought 41,000 was enough last year, and we spent 47, so we think 50,000 is going to be enough this year, even though it's less, probably let's say 200.
Yes, we've moved a lot of these outstanding appeals along. Yeah, we've moved a lot of them
Trying to
along.
figure out how we're spending this money. One of the things, and it's sad that Gary's in here today, but one of the things Gary kept saying to me that I was wrong in what I was saying, because, that they were supposed to make no less than 3 attempts. It's amazing that there's a handbook, and the person who should be reading it is not reading it. Gary told me, he said over and over again, that it was a reassessment, not a reevaluation. And I want to read the handbook. It's right out of the handbook. It says, reassessment or reevaluation, it's the difference, the terms are sometimes confused with one another, and I'll just jump down to where it has it. Reevaluation is performed by an outside professional appraisal firm hired by the municipality. I think that's what we did. And a reassessment is done by the municipal assessor and staff. I don't think that's what we did.
We did a reassessment, we didn't do a reevaluation, and we can hire outside agencies to help you with the reassessment.
I'm going by exactly what the handbook says. And if the handbook says that, that's what we should go by. That should be the rules. That's the state law, that's the county law.
But the handbook isn't the state law, the handbook is a guide for an
Okay, so
assessor.
it's a guide, so
if
if a
we-
resident, if the taxpayer is looking through the handbook, and it says a reevaluation, especially when they break it down, it says a reevaluation is performed by an outside professional appraisal firm hired by the municipality. What's so hard to understand about that?
Yeah, but it does,
I was going to say that it also is assuming that each municipality has the correct number of staff in order to be able to perform a reassessment. If they don't have enough staff, they can always go outside. I think that's just saying that generally speaking,
Reading the book.
exactly, but that's not going to be every case, is all I'm saying. Is each municipality is going to be a little different depending on their manpower.
the county wouldn't authorize us to move forward with this if we weren't following the rules. And obviously, the county authorized us to do this reassessment with an outside agency.
Well, I'm not gonna go by that, because the county told the tax assessor to record an appeal, he didn't do that, so I'm not gonna go with what the county says, I don't believe that. The reevaluation is performed by an outside professional appraisal firm, and that's what it says right there, I mean, there's no difference, so we are talking about a reevaluation, and there were no attempts made to the house. I can tell you.
It was not labeled as a reevaluation, which you asked the county, because the county and the state have to approve reevaluation or reassessment, and they approved it as a reassessment.
What's your state's book, and I don't know why they wrote the book, I mean, it's only 704 pages, so
That's
somebody
a
put
guide.
time into that.
Mr. Manager,
That's not the law, that's a guide.
with all due respect, you've been out there for like the fourth meeting or,
I'm gonna make it 50 to you, I have
That's
to.
fine,
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure what it is you're,
I'm trying to make a point, and nobody wants to give me numbers.
I don't know what is the point?
See, this is the part I don't understand. My point is, I went for an appeal, I won the appeal. I didn't get it recorded. I got the wrong answer from the tax assessor. The mayor gave me a different answer 6 weeks later, maybe longer. So it took me 6 weeks, almost 2 months, to get that answer from the tax assessor. Now, when I ask for numbers, simple numbers, I ask for what how many appeals they made and how many were restored. Simple numbers. They tell me I have to fill out a piece of paper.
That's the law, unfortunately.
Okay, just with information. So I have to fill out paperwork. But we have a resident who can walk into the tax assessor's office and get my personal information.
What does your individual appeal have to do with how many appeals are filed or
Because I want to know if mine was the only one that wasn't recorded. Now, let me play something else to this. If their settlement was recorded, and the person who appealed wasn't recorded, that's not fair. Agree or not agree? I'm not saying that happened, I'm just saying agree or not agree. And then I gotta ask you another question. If Mark, not this one, Mark Fitzpatrick.
Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Mark
Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick.
Thank you.
If he knew that he wasn't gonna record these appeals, or I should say judgments, then we wasted time and taxpayers' money sitting at that table, sitting at this table, presenting our cases. He should have just made them all settlements, not record them and finish it. Why would you waste taxpayers' money? This is what I'm trying to get to. I don't understand what's the big deal.
Well, I think I can answer that because basically, what if your reassessment would not have changed? I mean, you know, you've got to go through the due process. It's been explained to you that the reason why he didn't record it, you might not agree with it, but I think it's a pretty logical reason. You know, unfortunately, you know, as I said at the last meeting, you appealed your taxes numerous times, and it was recorded each and every time. I have to agree with Deputy Mayor Dennis. You're asking for information, per se, the $50,000. The information is available. It will be available when we come out with the budget. You know, you ask Gary information. We can't control whether he got back to you or not. So we're kind of pounding the same issue over and over again. What is it that you want, Mr. Manager?
I was waiting for you to finish.
Good, good, thank you.
What he's saying is has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. The assessment that I won in the appeal, okay, was not registered, was not recorded. And when I sent to Mark and I played his game with the paperwork, those are no game, he said that 470 appeals were, 471 appeals through, you write down the exact words. I won't put words in his mouth. I asked him the number of memorandum of judgments last year. He said 470. And I said the number of judgments that were reported or enforced. He said 470. What I'm trying to do, Steve, is make a point that the man has no clue what he's doing. There's no way there were 470 recorded. I am one of them that wasn't recorded. So, if mine was not recorded, how many other were not recorded? Now, my other question, which I asked the mayor last time, is if there were settlements. There's two ways to get an appeal. Right? We all agree on that. A settlement, or you go to the court and get a judgment. There were no settlements made? And if there were they recorded? I mean, how hard is this? It's not easy.
Mr. Manager, as was explained to you last meeting, at your appeal, yes, you received a reduction. It would not have gone on the books till January 1st of 15. However, during that time frame, we did a reassessment. And unfortunately, your reassessment increased. So that superseded it and went on the books for January 1st of 15. So the new...
So Steve, I'm going to ask you a question again, like I asked him. If the settlement, if you made a settlement, if Mark Fitzpatrick made a settlement with the resident, was that recorded? This is what I asked last time. I don't think it's hard. If it wasn't recorded, then I'd feel better. Then nobody got recorded. But if that was recorded, and I went to judgment, and I won, and it wasn't recorded, that's not fair. Now, the other point I was trying to make, I have to fill out paperwork. Okay? I know of a resident who walked into Mark Fitzpatrick's office and got my personal information.
Personal information related to what?
To my appearance. That's my personal
You can get that from the county as well.
Well, I guess I didn't get it from the county.
It doesn't, I mean,
But they can get your personal information if they...
Oh, so you're saying I can walk into Mark's office, let me just answer the
If they
question.
fill out the Oprah request.
Can I walk into Mark's office and ask about my neighbor's appeals?
Yes,
Okay.
that's
And he
public
will give me
document.
the
You can walk
information.
into my office and I can search them out and give them to you.
And I don't have to fill out anything?
Yes, you should fill out an Oprah request that doesn't pertain
But I
to your
don't
own
have to.
personal property. No.
Don't have to. So if I go to Mark tomorrow, I get up early, I go to Mark tomorrow, and I say to Mark, can you give me a list of all the appeals that were made last year in people in the town? He would give me that information.
If you fill out the Oprah request, yeah.
If I fill out the open request. But I know of a resident who did fill out the open request and who was given the information. Now, that's not fair. And I don't know, you want me to give you his name?
No,
Look over 2 seats.
Oh. You're asking.
Mark Dykoff walked into his office, and all the conversation that I brought public was 325 to 350. Right.
Well,
That's the only public information I brought.
You're asking.
He went in there and had a conversation with Mark Fitzpatrick.
as a supervisor of Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Oh, as supervisor.
These all, these four gentlemen sitting up here are ultimately our bosses here.
Oh, so he can go in
I was
and
trying to do it
Yeah.
as an informational tool
Oh, I
to
didn't
help
know
you.
that. That's news to me.
That were supervisors?
They're ultimately our bosses.
I didn't know that because you keep telling me that you have no control over that office. You keep telling me that you can't go in there, you can't say anything.
can't
about
comment.
the
You
job.
can't
tell them what to do.
Okay, let me make my last point, and then I'll get back to you next week, 2 weeks. If anybody up there aware of, Senator Sweeney put out a bill, 2356, about, basically, I'm not gonna read the whole bill, I'll send it to every one of your emails if you read them, and it's something we should definitely look into. It's, stated the goal of the legislation is to establish a county-based assessment program in Grafton County. I'm gonna send you not only the program, I'm gonna send you every mayor's letter, how they did it. Now, we can save, I'm guessing maybe $400,000, and I think that can buy a volunteer ambulance, or maybe a volunteer fire department, a fire truck. We can save over $400,000 if we did something like this in Ocean County.
Send it on.
I'll send it along to you.
I know that Ocean County has been monitoring that, and I do believe Monmouth County is also on a different pilot program that Ocean County is looking at. I think Monmouth County's program is the one that Ocean County is considering.
Well, I read through this, and I mean, it's a long program, and it really sounds great. And like I said, I'm gonna give you letters from every mayor, out of every letter from every mayor, telling you the program, what they say, and basically, what it does is that tax assessment goes up to Ocean County. And you don't have any hitting this office at all, so you save $400,000. You don't do assessments, you don't do anything.
It's all done by the county. right?
So, number-wise, I can meet with Mark, or do I have to fill paperwork, so we're all on the same page? I'm not a supervisor, I understand that, so.
In terms of what?
If I walk in, I wanna know who got appeals and which ones were not.
Veronica, what is it?
What, do you wanna know who filed appeals complaint?
I know that, but I need a number, and Veronica, I mean, I hate to dash it over here, and I know you understand what I'm saying, but I like how you go over it. Simple number, if 470 were appealed, that means he made no settlements, according to his paper, it's signed by him. He made no settlements, and of the 470, he said, he reported all.
Yeah, but if he makes a settlement over his counter, and we call it over-the-counter settlement, that's still a settlement. It doesn't necessarily have to be in this room before the county
I
judge.
understand that 100%.
And all of them are settled, whether they're agreed upon, kept the same, reduced, or denied. They're all settled.
Right, but here's the question I asked, Veronica, and I just want to go back to the exact question I asked. I said, the number of memorandum of judgments last year, I didn't say settlements, I said memorandum of judgments, and he wrote 470. So, your number said 470 appeals. So that means they all went to court, which I know is a fact, is not true. I can prove that. And he says 470 were recorded, which I can prove is not true. So there's two things he hasn't done. I proved to you in the handbook, like 3 times already, that he didn't do the job that he was told to do. Forget about the assessment, the evaluation. He was supposed to be at the meetings when we did the appeals. He was supposed to be there. That was part of the handbook. So I don't know how much more I have to prove to you that the man just know what he's doing. And we're gonna hand him another $50,000. It's totally ridiculous.
He didn't make $50,000.
Well, he wouldn't make.
Okay.
No, not $50,000 in legal fees when he was given 41.
And Mr. Fitzpatrick, it's a very difficult job for him, because he's on the front line of people complaining, the front line of people complaining about their taxes. He has to sit there and go through and make a judgment call on what's on.
Steve, I think there's like 3 guys up here that have businesses. I gotta tell you, if a person worked for me, told, didn't tell the truth, I'm not saying he's lying, didn't give the right information, didn't follow through on the job, which is a handbook, hands it to me.
I would probably
I keep a guy employed.
say you give him a second chance and go back.
Second
and
chance.
Start over and see
Second
how
chance,
you
I
make
wanna
out.
get rid of the whole thing. But when what do I have to do to get my numbers? I fill out reports then?
Well, I'm probably gonna talk to Mark, but I don't,
Well, we said we were gonna do that 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
and I'm not saying that the mayor didn't talk to him,
I'm not
I
saying
can't,
you're not,
answer
but I
that.
think you would handle the papers, he don't want to do that.
My family pays a lot of property tax, so nobody's
You know
more
that.
aware of the whole appraisal and concern about property tax. And we've filed appeals in the past on a couple properties, and it's not fun for anybody. So it's a very difficult job.
All I'm asking for, Steve, I'm not
Even on our end,
I'm
we were
asking for
filing
a
appeals,
simple-
it was not fun.
See, I can ask, Steve, I can see you guys yelling when you come up here every week, if I ask for somebody's name, address, and how much they made, and all that, I can see that, I'm not asking for any personal information, I'm asking for 3 simple, 4 simple numbers. And the man can't produce 2, 3, 4 simple numbers.
Well, maybe those are the correct numbers, though, did you,
Okay, but-
rely upon that?
Can I just go over one more time? The judges.
You put that in
know-
writing, I think I have a copy of that in my office, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me just say it one more time, and then I'll need to sit down. The judgments of 470, wrong, because there were settlements. The recorded judgments were 470, wrong, because I at least know mine was not recorded. Okay, so let's forget about these numbers are wrong, right or wrong. They're wrong. The man doesn't know it's true. All right, so can I get numbers? How do I get them?
I'm gonna ask him and to see, I mean, I don't think,
Even
I don't
if
think
I
he's gonna give you
Even
an
if
answer.
I have to go on paperwork, I'll print them out, I'll do them in duplicate, and I'll bring them to the office, 5, 6, 7.
I'm gonna ask him, but I have a feeling you're gonna get the same number.
I'll do my best to
Well, then
look
you
into
will.
it myself, to educate myself on your form.
If you need, I'm gonna send everybody the, thing in the email.
That would be
Open up the email.
great.
Worth the money. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. John Collins, 5 Center Street. I'm here on behalf of a friend of different of mine, Sam Constantino, who has established a food drive on his father, Saviero G. Constantino food drive for food bank. It takes place on June 6th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Community Hall. I understand.
Community hall?
Community Hall, yeah. I understand, give me a few notes, he's going to be here tonight. Sam's dad, I know him from Little League, I met him Pop Warner when he was BCYA.
Yes, I do.
Sam and I grew up together, played baseball, basketball together. His dad was one of the kindest gentlemen man I know. He would give his service back if he had to. Sam, a couple years back, he's now 4th year doing this, decided to start something in his father's memory. Sam just quickly wrote that he felt a reason, for that reason, he felt that he needed to give back in some small way. To show him that I not only admire his giveaways, but learn from them as well. Sam says the food drive is a simple and affordable way for those who are fortunate to give back to those who are struggling. Currently 1 in 6 Americans deal with hunger. And currently here in Lacey, the Lacey Food Bank, these numbers may be a little off, but are now serving 236 families with a total of 604 recipients, including 257 adults and 247 children. Sam has been with a couple years. Numerous businesses in the town have reached out to help him. He's been able to give away coupons to restaurants, sports memorabilia, concert tickets. He's asking that if anybody needs to reach out to him, email him at Sam, S-A-M-D, Constantino, I'm going to spell it out, C-O-S-T-A-N-T-I-N-O, @yahoo.com. Ron, could you give me the note?
Yeah,
What
that would
you
be
need?
great, and we have I mean, obviously the food bank we're aware of.
Yeah, and he's already spoken with the Recreation Department, it'll be on the board in the next couple of weeks. So if anybody has any questions, please contact Sam. I've known Sam for 20 years, he's a great guy. His dad was one of the better people in the town. Mr. Garfolo, you mentioned Little League earlier, I grew up with Sam, one of the field players named after Sam's dad.
Mhm.
So, he's been around town for years, and anything the town can do to help out, it's the food bank, it's hungry, we need to help it. So, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Jim Letelier, Mason Township. Since the spring is here, it's about the area west of Parkway, Bear Lake, especially the recreation area. There's been a lot of parking in the no parking now on Good Luck Road from the intersection of Harvey Road, across the lake, across the dam, out to Lake Road. There's a no parking zone. Some of the signs have been taken down over the years with people trying to evade the no parking. But there's enough signs out there that residents are concerned because it's not being enforced. Last summer, there were numerous vehicles parked all over the dam area, from out of the area. They're not even residents of the town, but residents aren't allowed to park there either. So if it's possible, maybe Casey could get a few more signs up, and we could ask the police.
They have been out there, I've heard one, there, it's been out there the
Yeah, I
last
know.
couple of times, because there's been calls coming in, and I've heard them about that.
And there is a petition going around from some of the residents. I'm just bringing it to your attention so you're aware of it, because my background, I'm aware of the enforcement. There might be some misunderstanding from some of maybe the new officers, because some of the complaints about parking in the parking lot on the west side of the lake there where the tennis courts are down. Some of the residents have told me that's the officers in comments, that's not part of the park, it's recreational area. And if they can enforce it, I know we've had a lot of new officers and a lot of them are not in those areas. The other concern that we have, and it started up again, the tandem dump truck. They're taking South Dover Road, making a left onto Dover Road, going out through Wayne's Nose Road, through Swain Box Road, out to 539. Under your ordinance 322, chapter 323, section 21 and 22, all streets not designated as a truck route within the town, pursuant to state law, is restricted to vehicles 4 ton and less unless we make them open for lift. These are 3-ton trucks hauling gravel through a residential area across a corrugated pipe that's a 4-foot pipe that has collapsed in the past with septic trucks. And these trucks are running across into a state park. And I stood here a couple of years ago and asked if we could try to get the state close that with some sort of gates or some sort of enforcement. But I just want to let you know, you hear them at 7 o'clock in the morning, going past your house, and the other problem is obviously ongoing drinking out there, legal groups of swing cranberry bottom every Friday night, every Saturday night, on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, all over the road. So, you know, now that we've got some more officers, hopefully we can get a little more enforcement out there. I appreciate it.
Okay.
But you will be getting a petition by just about every resident out there pretty soon. The other thing I have questions about, and I addressed this last year, the county brought up not only the tracts of land, but they brought up the individual building lots, which took that off of our tax rolls. Amazing thing was I believe we still have to pay taxes for that year, last year to the county, because it came some sort of in between quarters. But I've spoken to a few people, and I'm under the impression that either the county or the state or both are not trying to buy up some of the old gravel pits that any of you have heard about that. They are.
That's correct, adding it to Double Trouble State Park.
So is it the state buying it or the county?
Being added to Double Trouble State Park, so I'm
Oh,
assuming
State
it's
Park.
State Park, yeah.
So that's more land that's coming off their tax rolls, you know, so as you have to crunch the numbers, and I know you're up against crunching the numbers, the school system, every time the state or the county buys property, it's off of our tax rolls. And I
Well,
don't
the
think-
state does give us, when it's bought in the Pineland, you know, the Pineland Preservation, Federal State Trust Fund money, we do get, you know,
Is that
pennies
still-
on the dollar.
Is that still for 10 years, or is that, it used to be 10 years when it first came out?
We get about $240,000 from the Federal State Trust Fund. I mean, it's pennies on the dollar that we get from the land, but yeah. And as the land increases owned by the state, you know, our money goes up by pennies, but it does go up.
The only concern is under the mining, state mining, that they're supposed to be regraded and replanted, but I guess
Yeah.
it's the state's mining, the state's just.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the state's gonna do with that. I know they're supposed to add it to Double Trouble State Park.
The other concern I had, and I didn't realize the mayor wasn't here tonight, but on the finance commission, I believe.
Yes, sir.
One of the concerns is the watershed out there is being mined more and more each year. It used to be where they had small lakes to run their water. The one that used to be, I don't know the size of it. Lacey Road used to be Johnny Ives many years ago. They were trenches, I don't know who it is now, but they're making a vast lake mining them. And seeing that it's in between homes, the residential area, and most of those homes out there have wells that are less than 50 feet. I think it's gonna have significant impact, and I wonder if there's any way to find out if the state monitoring involved in the water out there. Something the mayor would know. Like I said, I was out there the other day, had one of my neighbors in my fishing line, and I looked over at magnet, and I could not believe the depth of that place. So if there's anything that the mayor may be able to bring back, we pass it around every year. When I say, thank you.
Anything else?
Motion to close the floor?
Move it.